Welcome to NewsOK.com. I am Jacob Unruh here with an Oklahoma City Dodgers update, joined by Alex Friedman. Alex, the weather outside, it's not great, but it's time to talk some baseball, right?
No, certainly does not conjure up thoughts of baseball season, but here we are a little over a month from the start of the season.
It's crazy. But this weekend, you guys have started getting prepared for the season. You have a career fair at the ballpark Saturday. It was a two-day thing. Now it's just a one-day thing. Tell us what you have going on tomorrow at the ballpark.
Yeah, unfortunately it was supposed to start yesterday, but because of the inclement weather, just for everyone's safety, we decided to cancel that, and we certainly weren't the only ones, had to adjust their schedule because of the weather. So tomorrow's session will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., but because we had to cancel Thursday's session, we will stay open as long as people are there. So we have all sorts of different part-time positions that are available. We have over 100 people that'll work on a part-time position for about every game. So it is a much bigger operation than I think most people realize. All sorts of positions ranging from working in the ticket office to being an usher, working in our food and beverage, and even chance to work with our groundskeeper Monty McCoy on the field crew.
That's always the fun part, right? Work with Monty, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain about that before.
With all this, how beneficial is this event for you guys? I know you guys probably get a lot of walk-up, just requests outside of this, but at this, how much does this help?
I wouldn't say as much beneficial as necessary.
Yeah.
We are so dependent on folks that come through the job fair to add to our team, and you don't necessarily need prior experience working in this area before. The main thing we look for, people who have a great attitude, who are going to be available, because we have 70 Dodgers games alone, then the Big 12 tournament, a few other events as well. So availability is a big thing. Of course, most of our games are going to be on nights. They're going to be on weekends as well. So having folks that really can interact people on a personal level, because if a problem arises at a game for whatever reason, the fan doesn't know what high-ranking members of our front office look like. They're just going to find the first person wearing a Dodgers staff shirt and let them know of the issue. So that's why it's so key to find the right people to work in these positions.
Well, as you get ready for the season too, you've released your promotional schedule. A lot of things coming up. Big thing that always stands out to me, bobbleheads. They're popular. You're giving out a Cody Bellinger bobblehead in August. What else do you have in store?
Yeah, of course, that's going to be the big one later in the season. Second straight National League Rookie of the Year that came through Oklahoma City. But we'll also have a hat giveaway. We'll have a floor mat giveaway. As we were talking before we started rolling, probably not necessarily the one you'd use. Well, I guess you could use it for the bad weather here to kick off your feet when you come back inside the house. Probably perfect for a kitchen, as you said. And then a water bottle as well, and it's kind of one of those sleek all-metal ones that you see have become pretty popular these days. We'll have 4 outside entertainment acts featuring the return of the Superstars, which everyone always loves. The OKC Disc Dogs will be back. So you can find all of our promotions right now online at OKCDodgers.com.
April 10th is opening day, busy day, but everyone's already in Arizona for the team at this point. What do you think going into this about the team that could possibly be put here? It's hard to say who's going to be here, obviously, but what do you think about some of those prospects?
What I tell people is the Dodgers have built up a lot of organizational depth to the point where you'd like to think the team here in Oklahoma City will be pretty competitive at the very least. Now, there's going to be a lot of moving parts. Guys will go back and forth between here and Los Angeles throughout the year. But based on the caliber of players they have and the depth that they have accrued over the last few years, you always know you're going to have a pretty stable base, plus a pretty good crop of up-and-coming prospects as well.
Yeah, that could include Walker Buehler, Alex Verdugo. Guys like that could be back that were here last year.
Absolutely, and I think
Wilmer Font.
yeah, maybe. Last year's PCL Pitcher of the Year, his case a little bit different because he's out of options. But like you said, Verdugo and Buehler, we don't know for sure. A lot can happen between now and opening day, especially because the Los Angeles Dodgers, with the new format of the MLB schedule, start a whole week before we do. So those two guys could be in Los Angeles. I'd say that the odds are probably better they will be here to start the season. But again, just so many factors can come into play between now and then.
Another thing to watch too, I think, for the team is Gabe Kapler's no longer the minor league coordinator. He's now the manager of the Phillies. So there's a new minor league coordinator. There's a new hitting coach and pitching coach here too as well. Have you got to interact with any of these new coaches and coordinators?
Brandon Gomes, I've had a chance to meet the new farm director. He was in the system last year as one of the pitching coordinators. So first met him then, spent some time with him at the winter meetings back in December, then did a phone interview with him for a piece we put online. So familiar with him. In terms of the new coaches here in Oklahoma City, hitting coach Adam Melhuse, he comes outside the organization, not really familiar with him. But Bill Seamus, he's been in the organization for a while, the new pitching coach. And I remember a lot of guys last year, since he was at Tulsa, when they would come and join us from Tulsa, had a lot of really good things to say about him. So looking forward to getting to know him and meet him as well.
All right. Well, I'm also looking forward to getting the season going and getting some warm weather. And thanks for joining us. And stick with newsok.com to get the best Dodgers coverage in the state.